In 1717, off the coast of Cape Cod, the richest pirate ship in history smashed into the rocks and disappeared beneath the waves. For over 260 years, its treasure was lost, until modern explorers uncovered the only verified pirate shipwreck ever found. But what they discovered wasn't just gold and weapons. It was proof that pirates lived by rules far more democratic and far more surprising than the legends ever told. This is the story of the Whydah and her captain, Black Sam Bellamy, the pirate who loved, who dreamed, and who died chasing both. Our story begins in 1715, when the Whydah wasn't a pirate ship at all. Built in London, she was designed for the brutal transatlantic slave trade. Fast, powerful, and armed, the Whydah carried human cargo across the ocean, but her fate changed forever in February 1717. When one of history's most notorious pirates, Samuel Bellamy, or Black Sam, seized her during a daring raid. Bellamy wasn't your typical pirate. He didn't wear an eye patch or a parrot. He wore his long black hair tied with ribbons, and he believed in something shocking for the time: equality among his men. He believed in something shocking for the time: equality among his men. Before he was feared across the Atlantic, Samuel Bellamy was just a poor sailor from Devon, England. Born in 1689, he grew up on the rugged Cornish coast, where stories of treasure ships and seafaring adventure filled every tavern. As a young man, he sailed to the New World. Some say it was for fortune, others say it was for love. According to legend, Bellamy fell for a woman in Massachusetts named Maria Hallett, but her wealthy family forbade the match. Bellamy had nothing: no land, no name, no riches, so he made a promise. He would return with enough gold to win her hand. That vow would drive him into the world of piracy. Bellamy rose quickly in the world of piracy. He stood out not for cruelty, but for fairness. Tall, strong, and commanding, he ruled with reason instead of fear. He wore simple black coats instead of gaudy clothes, which earned him the name Black Sam. His men adored him because he treated them as equals. He allowed votes on key decisions. Treasure was divided fairly. On his ship there was no noble class, no tyrant at the top. To many abused sailors, Bellamy wasn't just a pirate, he was freedom itself. Historians say he once declared, "I scorn to do anyone a mischief when it is not for my advantage, but I would rather fight 100 honest men than a single coward." This philosophy made him not only respected, but feared. In just 1 year, Bellamy captured over 50 ships. His greatest prize came when he seized the Whydah, transforming a slave ship into his flagship. By April 1717, he was one of the richest pirates alive, commanding nearly 150 men and carrying unimaginable treasure. But his heart? Some say it was still in New England, with the woman he swore to return to. And it was on his way back to her that everything fell apart. April the 26th, 1717. Off Cape Cod, a brutal nor'easter struck. Wind screamed at 70 miles an hour. Waves towered above the decks. The Whydah, heavy with plunder, fought to stay afloat. But near midnight she slammed into a sandbar. Her massive hull broke apart in the surf. Treasure spilled into the sea. Over 140 men drowned, including Bellamy himself. Only 2 survivors lived to tell the tale, and with that, the richest pirate ship in history vanished beneath the waves. For centuries, the Whydah was thought to be just another pirate legend. Treasure hunters searched, but the ocean kept her secret. Then, in 1984, marine explorer Barry Clifford made a discovery that changed history. Shipwreck remains buried off Cape Cod. What he found stunned the world. The Whydah was real. The first and only verified pirate shipwreck. More than 200,000 artifacts were recovered: gold coins, pistols, swords, jewelry, belt buckles, even clothing. Each artifact was a time capsule of pirate life. They showed us that these men weren't the savage monsters of Hollywood. They were sailors who built their own society with rules, discipline, and surprising fairness. And in 2018, divers recovered bones from the wreck. DNA confirmed they belonged to Bellamy's crew. Some believe Black Sam himself may still lie beneath the sand. The Whydah's recovery also revealed something greater than treasure: the truth about pirate democracy. On Bellamy's ship, captains were elected. Loot was divided equally. Sailors of every race and background, European, African, indigenous, stood as equals, at least on deck. For men abused by empires, piracy wasn't just crime, it was rebellion. It was freedom on their own terms. But for Bellamy, freedom wasn't enough. He was sailing home, legend says, to reunite with Maria Hallett. When news of the wreck reached her, she was devastated. Some say she never recovered. Known in local folklore as the Witch of Wellfleet, a woman cursed by loss, wandering the shores for the pirate who never returned. Fact or legend, her story lingers like the whisper of waves against the rocks. Samuel Bellamy was just 28 when he died. In barely a year, he rose from obscurity to become the richest pirate of the Golden Age. The Whydah's discovery doesn't just tell us about treasure, it gives us fragments of Bellamy's humanity. A man who believed in fairness, a man who defied empire, a man who loved and lost everything to the sea. Today, the Whydah's artifacts sit in museums, shining reminders of that brief moment when a poor sailor dared to dream of riches, freedom and love. And if you ever walk the sands of Cape Cod, remember, somewhere beneath your feet lies the kingdom of the Pirate King.